Hey guys, we're back again looking at another airliner kit this week. This time we're looking at Big Plane Kit's 1/144th scale CRJ-900. Let's open her on up and take a look. So, first things first, in an interesting move, they decided to cast the main fuselage halves in clear. Obviously, this does make for a little bit of an interesting challenge in that you're going to need to mask the windows, but thankfully they're all cast as one single piece. So in some ways this is a good thing, in some ways it's a bad thing. It's just different and interesting, I guess to say, is a big part. Again, hopefully this was showing up on camera. The casting detail is very well done. The panel lines are individually very nicely recessed, and overall, a very nice job. Now, moving on, next up we've got our two tail halves. Parts for the cockpit, which is an interesting inclusion given the small scale of this kit, and the fact it's going to be debatable how much is actually going to be visible once completed. We've got our engine housings, landing gear, wheels, the winglets, and our horizontal control surfaces. Again, much the same level of casting as we saw on our fuselage halves. Besides here, especially given the small scale of this thing. Last, as far as the sprues go, are our wing halves. Again, the Big Planes did a very nice job getting all the little detail on this plane captured in plastic. Do like that they chose to do the wing halves in this manner, so it should hopefully make for a little bit easier assembly and cleanup, since they did choose to put the parts down on actual panel lines instead of just doing it as single half pieces. Now, another thing that's nice about this kit is we do get some resin parts for the engine, specifically the front turbofan section, as well as our exhaust. Again, I can't find any real fault with these castings. The amount of detail they were able to get here is very impressive. Also included is a small set of photo etch. So working with these is probably going to be a bit of a pill in this small scale, but at the end of the day, it's the only way to capture some of the details for the various antennas, winglet, wing additions, and so on. Excuse me. So let me get these back in, and then we will continue on looking at the instruction sheet, the decals, and in a very pleasant surprise, the kit does come with some masks. So first up, starting with the decals. We are given two options, one for American Eagle and one for an Air Canada plane. Overall, I can't, again, find any fault with the printing of the decals. Coloring is very sharp. Decals themselves are an excellent print. We also given this nice sheet of additional decals, so we do also get the option to do the windows as decals. Debatable which way it'd be easier to go, masking or using these, but it's nice to include. We also have got details for the cockpit. Again, don't know how well those will show up, but again, it's nice that they have them there. Again, overall, no complaint there. And as I mentioned before, we do get two little sheets of masks. Now, this particular one took me a little while to figure out, but it can also be used for masking the windscreen, and then this one contains smaller individual window masks, which will take a while to do. So let's get into instructions now. Like all aircraft kits, it seems, start building up from the cockpit, which, again, depending on which route you go, you may even skip this step just because, how much of this is going to be seen, I don't know. I would also recommend maybe putting a little weight in there just to keep it from being a tail sitter. But from there, you button up the fuselage, start building up the wings and the engine's tail, and then proceed on to the underside to get the actuators built in. And then it's just final detailing, depending if you're going to do it as an in-flight or on the ground. Mentioned before, 2 decal options, one for Air Canada and one for American Eagle. So what are my thoughts on this kit? Now, for a while, I've been wanting to check out Big Plane's kits, as I've seen several of them online, especially some of their larger 1/72nd scale Airliner kits. So when I saw this one, I definitely wanted to pick it up, as it'd be an easy one to get a feel for what to expect with them, and I think it does a good job of doing just that. You get a lot of detail in a little box. Now, it would have been nice had they included options to position the control surfaces, such as the flaps, so you could do some things there, but overall, I'm happy. Airliners don't get the love that they should get these days, and, for the price, it's a good little kit. So that was a look at Big Plane kits. 1/144 scale CRJ-900. Nice little kit with a lot of detail. So, until next time.